Hello everyone, I am Shifudon, and in this video I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about Yang style Taijiquan, or Tai Chi, or Taiji, however you want to pronounce it. For those of you who are interested in learning online and are kind of curious about the history of Yang style Taiji, I am going to be doing this video based on that topic. I will be looking at some information online, and I will be discussing that information with you. So if you see me glance off to the left, I am basically reading some information for you. So the Yang style Taiji is a family style, and it was created by Yang Lu Chen. And Yang Lu Chen actually was a student of the Chen family of Taiji. So Yang Lu Chen actually learned Chen style Taiji first, and then when he left and went home to his, if you want to say, family village, he created the Yang style Taiji. And the Yang style Taiji is actually the most practiced Taiji style in the world. Okay, so with that being said, how does Cheng Man Ching get hooked up in the Yang lineage? So Cheng Man Ching is actually the third generation student of the Yang style, the Yang family style. So Yang Lu Chen started the Yang family style, and he taught it to his son, Yang Chen Ho. And Yang Chen Ho then taught his son, Yang Chen Fu. Okay, so Yang Chen Ho was the first generation. Yang Chen Fu was second generation, and Cheng Man Ching is third generation, because Yang Chen Fu taught Cheng Man Ching. So Cheng Man Ching was the first person in the lineage who actually was not a Yang family member. Okay, I'm sure Yang Chen Fu had other non-family members that he taught, of course. Okay, I'm just saying that Cheng Man Ching was one in the line of the first few people who learned directly from the Yang family. Okay, that's why he is third generation. So the first two generations, okay, were actually family members of Yang Lu Chen, the creator of the Yang family Taiji. Okay, so Cheng Man Ching studied with Yang Lu Chen for quite some time. The record shows that possibly around 6 years before Yang Chen Fu had passed away. Okay, so during that time, Cheng Man Ching learned the 108 long form. The 108 Yang style Taiji is pretty much the go-to when it comes to learning the Yang family Taiji, is the 108 long form. So Cheng Man Ching ends up getting hired by a school in China. And this school is kind of on the lines of a West Point Academy. okay, in the United States. It's kind of like a military academy. So he gets hired to teach the students of this school Tai Chi, okay? So it was during this time of his teaching that Cheng Man Ching created his 37 short form, the Young 37 short form, it's also known as. Now, it's not written or said that he created this form specifically because of these students. It's only my guess that in his teaching these students, it's a military academy, and they have lots of other things to do and lots of other things on their minds and study and all these things that they're having to do at the time while they're in school. And I'm assuming that Cheng Man Ching created the 37 short form to condense the 108 long form for these students so that they had shorter time to practice Tai Chi, and they had shorter time to learn Tai Chi. So it is going to take these students a long time to learn the 108 form, and then when they have to practice the 108 form, it's going to take long times during their day to practice. So I'm assuming, like I said, I'm just assuming here, I'm assuming that Cheng Man Ching created this 37 short form for these students. Again, this is just my guess. Maybe it's true, maybe it actually is documented somewhere that he did create the short form for these students. But this Young 37 short form is very popular because it's a condensed version of the 108 form. Okay? So then Cheng Man Ching actually then had a student named Huang Shenshun. Okay? So I'm mentioning Huan because the form that you learn from me, if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're even one of my live students that come to me for teaching, the Huan Shenshun form is the form that I teach, and it's the form you'll be learning from me. Now, it is very, very, very similar to Cheng Man Ching's 37 short form, and it also still has 37 postures in it. It's just there's very subtle changes in the form from the original Cheng Man Ching form. Now, why is this, you may ask? I don't know the 100% correct answer to this. However, my thinking is, if you have, let's say, 25 students in your class that you teach over years, and then these students then leave your school and they go out and they start running their own schools, okay? More time goes by, and then all these 25 students come back to you, let's say 10 years later, and they kind of have a meetup. Do you think that all 25 students will be doing the form exactly the same way they were taught by Cheng Man Ching? No. It's kind of like that game that you play when you're a kid in school. I don't know if you played it, but we played this game. What it is let's say you have about 25 to 30 kids in your class. Well, what the teacher does is they walk up to the first student and they whisper something in their ear. It's a short little story, maybe 1 or 2 sentences. Okay, so then what they do is they turn around to the student behind them and they whisper those 2 sentences to the next person. And it goes the same way all the way down through those 25 to 30 students. Then what happens is that when it's all finished, the teacher then asks the last student to tell the whole class what those 2 sentences were. Well, ironically, it's totally different than what the teacher originally told the first student. It's surprising how different those two sentences are. You would think that just talking about two sentences and going through 25 to 30 kids, it should be pretty similar to the original sentence, but it's not. It is totally different. So in this case, these 25 students of Cheng Man Ching, they're all going to be different. And then Cheng Man Ching may say, wow, you guys are all doing the form that I taught you different. It's everybody's body style is different. The way they move is different. The way they interpret things are different. So when they leave the school and they go to teach at their own school, it's going to be a little bit different. Now, they don't do this out of disrespect to their master or their teacher. It's just the nature of learning. So with this being said, you can kind of think back to Yong-Lu Chen. So Yong-Lu Chen being the creator of the Yang style Tai Chi. And then let's say he's here and he's like, wow, what are you guys practicing? Because Yong-Lu Chen had died many, many years ago, right? So if he were around today, he would be wondering what we're practicing. Like, what are you practicing? This isn't even what I taught. We, at least as practitioners, hope that we're getting a portion of what Yong-Lu Chen would have taught, and then what he would have taught his son, Yang Chen Fu, and then what Yang Chen Fu taught Cheng Man Ching, and then what Cheng Man Ching taught Huan Shen Shen, and then so on and so on down the line, right? You can see how through the years, we can even say through the decades that passed, how things would have changed from the way that Yong-Lu Chen originally taught it. Okay. So what Tai Chi means to you and how you're going to be learning Yang style Tai Chi is different than what somebody else may be learning it for. You may be learning it for health reasons. You may be learning it for martial reasons, but we all do our best to try to practice the best Tai Chi that we can. And when we're teaching it to others, of course, we're trying to do the best that we can when we teach others as well. Now, I'm going to mention one other thing before I finish this video. I want to go all the way back to Yong-Lu Chen. And I want to read this portion here about the history of Yong-Lu Chen, because it kind of goes back to telling us what Tai Chi truly is, what it was when it was created by Yong-Lu Chen. Okay, so Yong-Lu Chen, and some would say the art of Tai Chi in general, came in prominence as a result of his being hired by the Chinese imperial family to teach Taijiquan. Now get this, to the elite palace battalion of the imperial guards. And this was in the year 1850. So Yong-Lu Chen was hired to teach the imperial guards at the time, and he held this position until he died. So from the time he was hired until the time he died, he spent his time teaching the Chinese imperial family and teaching the palace battalion of the imperial guards of the Chinese imperial family. So obviously at this time, Taiji was used as a fighting art, obviously, because he was teaching the imperial guards who protected the Chinese imperial family during this time. Okay, so let that sink in for a moment. Okay, Taiji is not just a dance. It's not just for health. It is a true martial art in the sense that it's an art and it's martial. It's used for fighting. So we'll close on that. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. And if you're not already a subscriber to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you liked anything about this video, go ahead and click that like button as well, because it helps my channel grow. It helps get the video out to more people. For some reason, YouTube likes it when you guys click that like button, so go ahead and click it right now. Thanks again for watching. Stay safe and have yourself a blessed day.